Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Now today we have a different type of video. Today we actually have a video about this one bitch who criticized developers and the way they make characters in the video games. Now before the video gets started, I just want to point out that I have nothing against those women who are really in search of helping other women. However, I do have something against those extremists, aka feminism or feminists, who try to not only go beyond equality, but they try to make feminist supremacy, or they try to make themselves like the supremacists, and they aren't happy unless men smite themselves every chance they get for being a man. Now, one quick thing before I get started into the video, I just want you to know what sexual dimorphism is, and keep this in mind throughout the entire video. It basically is the difference in appearance between males and females in a particular or any species. Another thing that I want you guys to keep in mind is something called childbearing hips. Now, we all know that women, have wider hips because they have to, keep the baby in their stomachs, and they have to have room in order for them to have the baby. And I want you guys to think about this and keep this shit in your minds throughout the entire video. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. Let's roll the fucking clip.
In Bungie's hugely successful online shooter Destiny, players start by creating their own character, a guardian who will fight to protect the last remnants of humanity. As with character creation tools in other games, this one lets you choose from different genders and races. In most ways, Destiny treats its playable female characters almost identically to how it treats its male characters. For instance, the armor you acquire when playing as a female character isn't sexualized, but looks just as practical and stylish as the gear equipped by male characters. However, there is one way in which the male and female characters are differentiated by gender, and it has to do with their movement. Watch how a male guardian sits down, taking a load off after a long, hard day fighting the forces of pure evil. It's simple, it suggests confidence. When a female character sits down, however, it's a completely different story. She sits like a delicate flower.
I know, right? I know what you're fucking thinking, but wait, hold on. There's fucking more to this fucking video. Roll the next clip.
What the hell?
Catwoman from the Arkham series has a deeply exaggerated hip sway when she walks. In combination with her clothing and the game's camera angles, all of this is meant to drive the player's focus to her highly sexualized butt.
Oh my god, what a dumbass. Okay, look, first of all, Anita, let's see, you have a fucking controller in your hands, right? You're playing a video game, and let's see, carry 1 times 2 carry the 7. Oh yeah, you're fucking paying attention to the goddamn gameplay. No one pays attention to the ass. If you wanted to pay attention to the ass, you would not be playing a fucking video game in the first place. You know what a normal guy would do? He'll sit on his laptop, or get on his phone, and get on fucking with all these porn sites, all these porn websites. They would not be fucking looking at a fucking video game to pop their fucking dick out and jack off to that shit. Come on, Anita.
In Resident Evil Revelations, Jill Valentine somehow manages to wiggle her whole body while she runs. In Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Evie Frye is a character who avoids falling into many of the sexualizing traps that some playable female characters do, but she still walks with an exaggerated hip sway.
Now, throughout the years, feminists have been giving game developers bullshit about the way they develop characters. And although the developers gave the feminists, they basically told them, okay, fine, we don't want to hear your bullshit this time. We're gonna give y'all a character that does not fall against none of the categories that y'all say about these other video games. So we're gonna give y'all a character that is fully dressed down to the freaking ankles. And what does Anita do? She still finds a way to complain about it. Now remember all those things that I told you to remember in the beginning of the video. Now let's put them into play. Now, the fucking oversized hips and how it's exaggerated, that is a bunch of bullshit. If you look at girls that are skinny, not fat and over fucking weight like Anita, I mean talking about skinny, that they're in shape. Obviously this Assassin's Creed character has to be in shape because he's jumping through walls and all this bullshit. Now she's in shape. If you look at a woman like that is, at that body fat, at that muscular level, they would walk with that sway. or with those exaggerated hips, like the way that Anita claims that she has. This exaggerated hip sway is not exaggerated at all, Anita. It's sexual dimorphism at its finest. This is a perfect example of what the sexual dimorphism is.
Men act and women appear. Men look at women. Women watch themselves being looked at. This determines not only most relations between men and women, but also the relation of women to themselves. To be clear, the male gaze is not a hard and fast rule. It's a theoretical concept that is meant to help us understand the sometimes subtle and nuanced ways in which our culture influences media, and the way that media in turn can shape and reinforce existing gender dynamics in our culture. The male gaze is also not in any way limited to men or heterosexual people. Almost all of us internalize and sometimes identify with the male gaze to some extent. Eradicating the male gaze is not as simple as introducing an inverse female gaze that sexualizes men either. Not just because equal opportunity sexual objectification isn't the answer, but also because it isn't actually equal. One reinforces pre-existing oppressive ideas about women that are real and damaging to women in their everyday lives. The other doesn't reinforce anything. Nor are the two interchangeable.
Okay, now for those of you who did not catch that, what she says, or the bullshit that he's talking about, is the male gaze. Okay, now let's talk about this male gaze thing. The reason why she says that the male gaze is so bad and so wrong is because women are the oppressed ones. Now, she doesn't really say that, but you could hear it towards the end of that one clip where she says that women are the ones being oppressed and how men are the oppressors. But this is that double standard bullshit that men can't do it, but women can? Is that what you're saying, Anita? That women can gaze at men? Okay, that's that's fucking bullshit, because if you want equality between the genders, shouldn't you guys gaze at us as much as we gaze at y'all? I mean, I'm just saying, Anita. Oh God, Anita. Well, guys, there you fucking go. I included most of the bullshit in that video to this video. And if you guys like this content, if you want to see another video of me taking on these society warriors or any other YouTubers who are just a bunch of idiots or dumbasses, and watch me, criticize them or educate them a little bit, please leave a like. Share this video if you are triggered, you pussy. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.